everyone, welcome back to Get Ready with me, Louise. So, as we've been doing the 4-pan palettes by Mcgrath, this one today is the Celestial Divinity Luxe Quad Interstellar Icon. I think this is still available at Sephora. Now, I'll be honest with you, when I first looked at this palette, I was really didn't know what I was going to do. I'm not going to lie. I didn't have a clue. And I'm not a makeup artist, so things don't come to me like, it would to most people. So I tried my best. With the exception of this blue, the top part of my eye, I really like. Now, don't get me wrong. I like how I put the blue on the bottom, though. I do like this look, altogether even. But just for an everyday look even, or like a night out, these three colors here, I really like, which surprises me. But it's a good surprise because I always wonder if I'm going to like the overall palette and if it can be a standalone palette. You know what I mean? Because obviously you want that in a sense. The only thing I think I would do different, to be honest, though, if I was being honest, and I am, I would like a different color in the crease, I think. More to build up that darkness, you know what I mean? Like maybe use my bronzer or something in the crease. But since I'm trying just to stick with these, I didn't do that. But I do believe if I was to wear the palette again, which I would use a crease color. Bronzer as my crease color. So the first shade, we're going to start out with this. And according to the back, it says that the shade would be Blue Blood. I would have thought that would have been Blue Blood personally, but if I read it the way it is, that would be Blue Blood, right? Am I right here? Yes. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to put this right here, and I'm going to use this as my crease shade. And this is it's a satin shade, really. There's no mattes in this palette. But for a satin shade, I will say this works nicely. And it doesn't look bad on my, hooded aging eyes. And it's dark, it's pigmented. It builds nicely. It blends lovely. Because I'll be honest, this is also a very scary color to me. Because it is so dark, but it works rather well, to be honest. But just because I am scared of these kind of shades, I would like a crease shade. But you can see how nicely that blended. And again, it is a satin shade, so I like her shadows. I do. Obviously, I'm a fan. But when it comes to these kind of palettes, it does make it a little more difficult for me because I'm not a makeup artist. But at the same time, it's kind of fun to just play, It is hard for me to get both eyes the same because they're different. But I try my best. So just bear with me just a second. Honestly, this look didn't take me that long either. I'm not going to lie there either. It really didn't. Okay, so now I'm going to... I think I use this mirror. Okay, so now I'm going to go into that blue shade, which according to the back is Hypnotique, I guess. And I'm going to run it on the lower lash line. And I do like this on the lower lash line, honestly. Putting a pop of color down there, it is nice. I don't know if it necessarily looks good on me, but I also would like this as a lid shade too, I think. Okay. And then on the lid, I'm going to put the shade Delilah. Yeah. Divine Delilah. And I really wasn't expecting to like this shade. This is the shade that I just was like, but I really like it. It's like a green, gray, brown color. It's just really pretty. And it's a little different than what I usually wear. I mean, I have a large collection, so I would say I probably have a shade in other palettes, but I don't know if it's as pretty as this one, to be honest. And also, I will say that I didn't use it wet. So using it wet would definitely make it much more metallic looking, but I like it like that. And then Golden Polaris, I'm going to just put in my inner corner. And honestly, I thought this would have been too dark for my skin tone. I'm not gonna lie. But it's not. It's actually rather nice. And gives me just what I need. For this look. And I really do think that these three shades here are very compatible for each other and very lovely. Even though I do like the pop of blue on the bottom, just to kind of mix it up a little bit, had I put the first shade on the bottom, I also think it would have been a more, like a neutral, everyday look, everyday evening look, you know what I mean? I hate to say though that everyday stuff, I don't like saying it, but I mean, I don't know what other wording to really use other than everyday, you know what I mean? That's my issue with it. But I do like the way this look turned out. I really do. It's not quite a look I don't really use dark looks often, I'm not gonna lie there. I'm not a big, like, smoky dark. I mean, I don't mind the darker outer corner, but like my lid shade, I like it to be lighter. Like if I'm just personally like doing my eye look with any palette, you know what I mean? But when I'm using just shades like this, I don't have much of options, you know? I got with, you know, the shades I'm working with. But I will say that I do like the shades that are in this palette. And in a way, that blue kind of breaks it up a little bit. And it gives you other options, to be honest with you. Because out of curiosity, I am wondering, had I put the blue on my lid and put the lid shade that I'm wearing now on the bottom lash line, what it would look like. And honestly, it kind of goes with what I'm wearing too. Like the tones in my outfit kind of goes with the eye look itself too. Which, honestly, I actually didn't plan that this time. I just now noticed it. So that's pretty cool. Because I do love to match my eyeshadow to my look. I just didn't know how well it was going to match to this look, to be honest. This is the Flawless mascara in the One and Done. And then for the bottom lashes, I'm going to go in with the MAC Extended Play Giga Black, as always. Put it on the bottom lashes. And I'm kind of putting it very lightly on it because I want the black to show, obviously, on my lashes, but I also want that blue to kind of peek through because I really do kind of like that blue down there. It's different for something I would do, you know what I mean? I did make a little mess up there, but we'll clean that up in a minute. So overall, I really like this eye look. I don't know why. I was actually, the funny thing is I was putting this palette off, y'all, because I just wasn't sure on it. So I kept grabbing for like the colors I'm more gravitated to. But after playing with this palette, I actually like it a lot more than I thought. And I'd like to play with it again and kind of switch these shades up a little bit. Or even take the blue and put the first shade on the bottom lash line and then just go with that look. Or flip the two shades, like I said, the lid to the lower lash line and the lower lash line to the lid. I'd like to try this palette out a couple of different ways. Because if it does what I think it'll do, I think I'm going to like this palette even more. But I don't know until I try it. So I am going to try that because I do rank these in the end. So I'm going to try that on my own personal time just because I want to, before I rank, you know, I want to make sure that I rank them accordingly. But I do feel like this palette is still available. And if it is, I like it. It was going to be one of those ones where I was like, but it gives you variety. It can give you a little bit more variety. I'm not going to lie there. So I think in that case, that kind of bumps it a little bit for me. Just because it does give it a little bit of a variety. And, you know, if you're only carrying, say, one palette with you, you kind of do want that variety in a sense. You know what I mean? Alright, so I got that cleaned up. So this is the final eye look. I'm hoping both eyes are the same. But regardless, you get to see the shades. You know what I mean? Anyway. And I think they're beautiful. So that is all I got for you today. I hope this video helped you in some way. Again, this is the Celestial Divinity. I got a hair. Luxe Quad Interstellar Icon. And I do believe it is still available. One more look at it. I really think, like I said, it's very pretty in its own way. So it may be something that, you know, it may not look like what is actually portrayed. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you look at these and they're like, ooh, that blue, that could be scary. Or, ooh, I don't know how to work those shades. I think you could actually work them well, to be honest with you, even if you're a beginner. So, especially if you put the bronzer in also. If you put that in your, you know, crease. So keep that in mind also. But that is all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I do upload. I upload regularly, and I'm going through my collection. So I am purchasing here or there, but I'm kind of limiting myself on what I do purchase. And I'm trying to really go through my collection to see what really stands out from a beginner's point of view. And someone that's a little more mature, because I'm not 20, you know, and I'm aging every day. So with that said, I'll see you in my next one. Stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.